So using what we learned in the last video, I'm gonna do a diagram here that shows these three, well actually, yeah, it shows these three things, okay? Quite a good example, okay? So here, I just want to point out, look, so we have an R, so that's telling us a radius, okay? Remember that sign? That's a diameter. And you can see there's an arrow, and the arrow points to what it's talking about. So that's saying that that circle is a diameter of 30, because that's where the arrow goes right to that circle. And then there's a circle on the outside, and you can see that arrow points to that circle, and that's a diameter of 50. So you see you have the small circle, 30. The bigger circle on the outside, diameter of 50. Okay, so remember the symbols. Remember we have R, that's radius, and that circle with a line through it, that's another symbol that means diameter. Okay, and then the other thing that I talked about is, see, we have this line, we have a little dot, can you see it? We have a little dot in the middle, that's telling us that's the point where that dot is, right? And then this one does have an arrow, and it's saying to that point with the other side of the arrow, and there's a little line there, that's 70. From that point to here, that's 70. And then down here, here's another distance, because there's no symbol, there's no R, so it's just a number. When it's just a number, it's a distance. You have the dot, the line with an arrow, another line with an arrow, and it goes up, and there's another dot, if you can see, just there. So it's saying from that dot to that dot is 100. That's 100 meters apart from there to there. Okay, so we'll use all that. Okay, so our starting point, we'll find this, it's always good to start with a circle at 0, 0. So we'll start with this circle here with a diameter of 30. Okay, so I know you know how to do all this. So we have the circle up here, circle, diameter, and I know you know how to do 0, 0 for the starting coordinates. That's right in there. Okay, so we're doing diameter. The diameter is, it says it there, the small circle with the arrow, the diameter is 30. Okay, so 30, right, and that's going to show up there. And then we have the bigger circle, where you have the arrow, tells you the bigger circle is 50 diameter. So I'm actually going to stop here, because I know you know how to. Okay, so I've done those two circles. So diameter of 30, diameter of 50. Okay, so the next one I want to do is this one up here. Okay, so how we know how to do where to put this one is we have a few distances to go by. Okay, so it actually tells us over here. So it's saying 87, so it's telling us the height. So see, we have the line, it's telling us from that circle up to that height is 87, and this is like a mirror, so these circles are the same as these circles, so we can use this to work it out. Okay, so we have a line from that point going up to that point, it's 87, so that's the same for here, so it's 87 in height. Okay, but we can see it's not directly above, it's more to the left. How we find that out is we have a middle line here. Okay, And this is telling us from this circle to this circle is 100. Okay, so that means from this circle to the middle is half of 100, which is 50. So from here to here is 50, but from here to here is 70. So that means that circle is 20 to the left. Okay, so we've already worked out it's 87 up, but now from looking at these distances, we know it's 20 to the left. Okay, so 87 up, 20 to the left. So what that can look like is, so we can do a line from the center, right, and we need to do the 20 to the left. So we go like that, and then we press 20 and enter. And that'll do the line for us. So that's how far to the left it goes. We want to do another line to the end point. See the square, and it says end point. That's it. The end point is always the end of a line that we're using. So then I just want to show you. So see the way we have these green lines popping up? We want it to go straight up. So we move it until it's locked straight up, right? And remember, we worked out it's 87 up. So we type in 87 and press enter. And there it is. Enter again. So we've worked out that this is 20 to the left and 87 high. So that's where that circle goes, this circle. Okay, so we can do circle with diameter using this as our point, right? And then what's the diameter? I'm going to have to move this so we can see. Okay, so the diameter, so remember the arrows, arrow pointing to the smaller circle, it tells us diameter 40. So now we can type in 40, because that's telling us the diameter there. And then same thing again, right? Pressing circle with diameter, and we're using the same point, end point or circle center. It's the same thing. And then we're doing the bigger circle on the outside, and it tells us, because of that arrow, tells us its diameter 60. So we type 60 and press enter. And there it is. Okay, now we don't need those lines anymore. So when we're getting rid of lines, we can press erase, and we can, there we go, click it and click the line and press enter, and the lines are gone. So now we just have the circles. So we have this circle and we have this circle. Okay, so next we can do these circles here. And how we do that is, so we need to find out where this circle is in comparison to where this circle is, and it tells us everything. So the center point is actually right in the center of this line, right? And it's telling us that center line, it's 70 to the right of this, the center point of this circle. So that means if we go 70 to the right of here, then we found that line, we found this point, which is where that circle's on. And then for the height, we go over here and look, it tells us, so remember before we have that line with the point, and it's telling us, so look, see the line, so that's telling us the distance. Okay, it's telling us the height. It's 98. So it's 70 to the middle and 90